So welcome again, students. This is the second video to the first where we spoke about formula. So I want you to know what a formula normally looks like. So a formula normally contains an unknown, which is what we want to find, and an equal sign between them, and then the steps that we need to follow in order to find the unknown. All right. So this is basically the layout. So let's look at an actual formula. Now what the unknown doesn't necessarily have to be on the left side. It could be on the right side, and then the steps to find it could be on the left. But the reason why I wrote it like this is because when we're reading, we normally read from left to right. So let's look at some formulae or formulas. Yes, you can say formulas for more than one too. So we're going to look at some formulae or formulas that we use when we're doing profit and loss, profit percentage and loss percentage, and selling price and cost price. So here we go. So these are the formulae for calculating profit. And we use the word P here for short. So P is what we want to find, true? We're calculating P, which means we don't have it. So P is the unknown, and it's equal to the selling price minus the cost price. Notice we have the equal sign to separate them to show us that, hey, this is what we need to do. So what is on the right hand side is this. It represents the steps that we need to follow in order to calculate P. So if we have selling price and cost price, then we just go ahead and subtract the cost price from the selling price. But there is another formula as well. So I use the word and here. We can also find profit, which is we know is the money, right? If we're given the profit percentage, right, and the cost price. So if we're given the profit as a percentage, we can divide it by 100 and multiply it by the cost price. Good. What about if we were asked to find loss now? So here are the formulae for calculating loss. And we know we're talking about money. I use the word L to represent loss there. So what is the unknown in this case? Very good. Our unknown is loss. So loss is equal to, we know what CP means coming from up here. Good. So for us to find loss, we would take the cost price and subtract selling price from it. All right. SP means selling price. There's another formula, and there's another formula for calculating loss. And that formula is can be used when we are given loss percentage and the cost price. So we would take the loss percentage, divide it by 100 and multiply it by the cost price. Students, it is very important for you to know what the question gives you, for you to know which formula to use. You can't go ahead and use something that the question doesn't give you. For example, can you find loss if you were given, can you use this formula if you were given the loss percentage? And I know you're going to tell me, no, you can't use this one because this formula does not have loss percentage in there. So you have to use a formula that includes the things that you need, or the things that you have rather. All right. So you can't find an unknown by using an unknown. Do you understand me? If you don't know what the thing is, you can't use something you don't know. You have to know what. You have to use what you know in order to find what you don't know. So remember that. What about calculating profit percentage? So here are two formulae that we can use. If you're given the profit as money and the cost price, then you divide the profit by the cost price and multiply by 100. Or if they didn't give you the profit as money, but they gave you selling price and cost price, then you subtract cost price from selling price and divide it, first by 100, then multiply it by, divide it by cost price, and then multiply by 100, Now, I hope I'm not moving too fast. So the other set of formulae that we can look at are the formulae for calculating loss percentage. So the unknown is loss percentage, right? That's what we want to find. That's why they say calculating. So whatever follows this word, it means it's an unknown for you. Whatever follows the word calculate or calculating is the unknown. So the unknown is loss percentage. How can we find it? One way is to divide the loss, which is the money, by the cost price and then multiply by 100. Another way is if they give us the cost price and selling price, and we are going to have to find the loss now. So we would subtract selling price from cost price and then divide it by cost price, then multiply by 100. All right. Now, these two formulae, you have seen it in our previous video. Well, yeah, these two sets. Yeah, we looked at it already in our previous video, so I'm not gonna go too much into it. You watch the videos that I've posted to get a little bit more information on these two. Join me for the next video where we will actually go through some questions.